If you click this video, you could probably tell by the title or the thumbnail that this is why I'm sort of leaving YouTube for Twitch. That's really insensitive, sorry. That's better. What is going on, guys and ghouls? My name is Sean Gorey, and I'll spare you the Gorey Details. Actually, that's a lie. I'm going to give you all the Gorey Details this time. This is all of them. Like the little cold opener said, I am sort of leaving YouTube for Twitch, and I'm going to explain why in this video. For those of you guys who don't want to watch this entire thing, however long it's going to be, I don't know, because this is unscripted. This is just like me babbling, like stream of conscious, just talking me to you, very blog, very personal style, just being real with you. Those of you guys who don't want to watch the whole, however long this video is version, let me give you the too long didn't watch or the too long didn't read version. I'm a gamer, and I've always been doing what I was doing, pretty much allowed for no time for me to do that, and it sucks. That's one of the major points. The other major point is that YouTube as a system is broken as broken. It's very broken. There's a bunch of other reasons I'm gonna kind of babble through here. It's not what it used to be. It's not what I want. I'm not getting back the same I'm putting in, and this is not a financial thing, and I'll get back to that too. That was a quick and dirty version. Let me start from scratch here and give you guys a little bit of a history lesson. Here comes the full version. You guys are still here. Sit down, get comfy, buckle up. We're going on a little bit of a journey. I started making videos for YouTube back in 2009. My first video was just my buddy came to Pittsburgh to pick me up from Cleveland. We were going to spend the weekend together. It was going to be a lot of fun. And I had like a digital camera at the time. So I sit on the dashboard, it was recording. He had no precursor this was happening, and we just started singing The Lonely Island's It's My in a Box. Me and him probably watched it 100 times, and it was hilarious. He took one role, I took the other. We like sang back and forth. It was just fun. That version of the song had a laugh track, so it was just funny. It was really hard to watch that video without smiling. I just showed it to my friends and family, hey, like, look what this stupid thing we did. And people ate it up. I had my buddy's mom call me from her job, and she's like, Sean, how can my friends watch that video? Or my dad would call me, he's like, Sean, you need to send me a link so I could show my friends. It was fun. And I was like, dude, like, what if I keep making dumb videos of me and my friends? So we did. After that weekend, we met up with another one of my buddies, and we recorded more videos of us singing, and it was just stupid fun. Like, I never intended YouTube to be like a platform that was going to be contributing to constantly. It's just like, hey, look at this dumb stuff that people can watch whenever they want. Mainly my friends and I, you know? I don't even remember the official name my YouTube channel had back then. It might have just been Sean Gorey, or might have just been like my school email. All those things were made like Windows Movie Maker. So that was sort of how it started. Fast forward the next couple years, I went to school for game art and design. So I was making videos for school and like uploading them. And it was like a cool place to like show that stuff. Some of these videos were like animatics, or you could almost say like animated storyboards in a way. A really good example of one of those videos was called Film Noir. It was just literally, that was like the theme of the project we had to do. It's for a digital storytelling class. Shout out to Coax and Mr. Hagen. We had a couple more, and they were fun to do. And since this stuff was made in school, that's when I like really started to play around with like Adobe Premiere and like some like big boy toys, which is cool. Those kind of ended up on my channel that was like my personal one. I created another channel called Gorey Videos, which I thought was like, I was gonna play off the name of like, ooh, it's a gory film. Oh, it's a gory game. Spooky. And I made it kind of like black and red and silver. I used like the Blade font. Really cool. And that was okay, I guess. I don't think any of the videos I put up got more than like 113 views, which is a ton. That's an absolute ton. My buddies and I made some other dumb skits. Like we'd see a skit we liked online, like musical beers. So that was fun. You know, show mom and dad, show your friends. That was cool. Around 2012, I got a job as a 2D and 3D artist and animator for an online e-learning company. I was doing like an absolute ton of video editing. One of the benefits of that job was I had this Alienware laptop and I could take home with me in case I needed to work from home, like the weather was bad or I was expecting like, you know, furniture delivery or something. And this laptop had all kinds of the software used in school, like After Effects, Photoshop, Illustrator, like the big boy toys again, which is cool. And I remember just like, you know, listening to Pandora a lot at work, and there's this band I was really into and still really love called Versa Emerge. I heard a song of theirs where they covered Katy Perry's E.T. And I was like, holy smokes, like this is a great cover. So I remember I had their YouTube video on one tab, and on the other I had Katy Perry's official version of E.T. I remember I clicked play on one and then play on the other, and then I'd have to hit pause and play pause and play pause and play pause until I got them like perfectly mashed up. I was like, this is amazing. Like it was like hearing a duet. It was really, really cool. I was like, I wonder what happens if I mute. So all of a sudden I could hear Katy Perry's, but I was watching Versa Emerge. I was like, this is so cool. What if I do this in post-production, make sure the timing's perfect and double check the lip sync, all that stuff. Like what if I do that rendered out? Like that could be cool. And I did, and that was my first audio swap. And this was about when I'm like, I can re-upload my content, make sure it's 1080p, you know, fix any errors I messed up before or wasn't really happy with because I just limited with my knowledge, experience, and the tools. I'm like, this would be good, this would be fun. And that was how the Gorey Details officially started. I just blasted all my videos I had up there as fast as I could, like boom, here they are. If I had to do that again, I probably would have done like, you know, a weekly release, but not that it mattered. The idea of potentially having a schedule or the idea of releasing things regularly or being consistent, building an audience, wasn't in my mind yet. I was kind of just talking to myself and like my friends and family. That was really it. I made a couple more audio swaps since then, and I had to quickly put a stop to that because obviously I didn't own either video. I didn't own the audio in either version. If I did like the audio swap and the re-swap, I owned none of it. I had just taken other people's content, other people's intellectual property, mutilated it, said, hey, look at this. And obviously the record labels were not super happy about that. So although they were super popular, and I think to this day my most popular video is the audio swap of Taylor Swift and I Prevail, and it exploded. I'm talking like it's almost at like 1 million views or something. But again, copyrighted, because it's not my content and I can't be mad. So meh. And I feel bad because like all these people were like, oh, I'm gonna subscribe and stick around for more videos like that. I can't do them. That's the last of the Mohicans. I had to put a stop to that. There was no way I could maintain a channel based on that premise. The right thing to do would have been to reach out to those artists, you know, ask for permission, be like, hey, I have this thing I want to do. You don't have to do any work. It'll bring a bunch of viewers to you. I'm gonna link to your channel. It'll be great, like exposure. I'm not trying to make ad revenue on it. Any ad revenue would go to you anyway because of the copyright thing. I just need permission before I do it and get like a copyright strike. That's what the right thing to do would have been. And I tried that, and you won't believe what happens when you reach out to some of these big time record labels or big time celebrities or musicians. They don't respond. I've tried emails, I've tried Facebook messages, I've tried tweeting them, like the thing that's in their hand. They don't care, and I get it. Like when you're Taylor Swift, there's no way you can respond to every email that you get. I'm sure, even if it is business, they don't need me to promote them. So I had to put a stop to that fast. So at that point, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go through my hard drive, grab a bunch of this footage I had, re-edit, kind of trim up and shape some of my old videos from my buddies and I back in college. So a little series I did was 30 Spot, and it was a rope swing underneath the 30th Street Bridge. Little trivia fact for you: 30 Spot, the true story, which is basically just like a narrated VH1 behind the scenes kind of video. That is my favorite video on my YouTube channel. I wish I was a better voice actor. I wish my microphone was better. I wish I could still go to 30 Spot, just like a 2-minute walk. Rest in peace, 30 Spot. Cheers. All right, at that point, something weird started happening. Was I started getting a bunch of views on my stuff. I think I hit like 2,000 views in my first 30 videos or something, which again isn't crazy. Like some bigger YouTube stars will post a video and they'll get millions of views in 24 hours. But 2,000 views for a video of me and my friends being stupid, that's kind of cool. There was some recipe stuff I did. I tried a couple more audio swaps. I got a GoPro because I've wanted one for a long time, and I started doing a whole bunch of 5Ks and mud runs and charity events. Like, I gotta record this stuff because if I die, you know, gotta do it for the vine. I was doing some more artistic stuff, like I was doing some portrait drawings, which was really cool and I really enjoyed. Shout out to my girl Claire for that collab on the Robin Williams one. That one was awesome. But then I got a video capture card, or an Elgato, that let me connect my consoles up to my computer and record and edit and upload that stuff. And as someone who's been gaming since I could remember, I went to school for game art and design. Like, I have a bachelor's of science in game art and design. Games are a huge part of my life. I mean, I would play when I get home. I'd watch videos of guys like Rooster Teeth and Achievement Hunter and like PewDiePie and all those guys like do it during the day. One of my buddies had a capture card for a while before me, and I saw him putting videos out. I'm like, I want to do that, because it was cool seeing him and a bunch of our buddies doing dumb stuff, like getting frustrated, mad. If they were victorious, like I was victorious with them. You know, if they were crushed because they epic failed, I'd be like, oh no, you know, like it was fun getting to relive gaming moments with people that I didn't get to play those games with. It was really cool. So I started putting out some gaming content. I started doing tutorials because there was a lot of stuff I was doing on a regular basis, not only for my YouTube channel, but as a living or work. This is stuff I do every day. Piece of cake after you do it 100 times. But for people that this is brand new to, sometimes it helps when there's like a 5 or 10 minute video of how to do like this complex thing, as opposed to like seminar for like a book you gotta read or something. I don't know. It was about this time when I really started into Grand Theft Auto 5, which, oh my god, I love that game. I only did a couple of videos where it was just us like playing some missions and stuff. Shortly after I started like recording and editing these things, Grand Theft Auto introduced heists into the game, which basically meant instead of being like a little thug driving around robbing liquor stores, you were, you know, holding up banks, like playing Mission Impossible, playing James Bond, and it was awesome. And I had a capture card, so I recorded me and my friends playing and started uploading it, and I was one of an infinite number of people doing that, so I wasn't expecting to explode from that. In fact, it was just something I wanted to do. A clip of mine from us playing Grand Theft Auto together ended up on the Kotaku highlight reel because my buddy Apple glitched like a maniac and it looked like he parachuted without a parachute, which was cool. I started documenting some trips, some special events like my birthday. This is about the time we had exactly 100 videos, plus or minus for the ones that got deleted by YouTube because of copyright claims. And we also hit 1,000 subscribers, and that blew me away because it meant 1,000 people have seen my content and weren't like, okay, it sucked. They liked it. I want to see more. They want me to keep doing it. I'm like, holy smokes, this is crazy. So from that point on, really, I feel like I was really trying to give people more content that I enjoyed producing and that they seemed like they enjoyed viewing. And that for me was the stuff that I kept doing, like the Grand Theft Auto stuff, because I kept introducing new heists, and each heist had multiple steps, and I wanted to record that all, and I put a couple of other little one-off missions in there. What I had done was I had committed to sticking to a regular schedule of releasing one video a week, and in order to do that, I had to edit during the week and try to release on Fridays at the end of the week. So what my week ended up looking like would be Monday through Friday. Obviously, I'm working my 9-to-5 day job. I'd come home, I'd edit my butt off, try to go to bed at a reasonable time. I'm talking like 11 o'clock midnight, nothing crazy. Then Thursday would roll around. This video that I've been working on all week isn't done. I want to release it Friday by noon. I had to stay up and do this. And there was no one holding a gun to my head. This was just more of like a personal, like accountability thing. Like it was a goal I had set for myself. It was just something I wanted to do. So what usually ended up happening was I would stay up and edit until it was done. And for those of you guys who are familiar with the video editing process, it's not quick. Even like rendering it out, like where it's taking all the clips and the cuts and the audio and the video and compressing it to a playable movie, that can take between like 15 minutes to a couple hours. So to me, to make sure that stuff works, I gotta watch it, and then great, I have to upload it, and then I have to like enter the metadata, like the title, the tags, the description. I gotta create a thumbnail, all that stuff. it was time consuming, and I'm not complaining. I get it. That's what I do for a living. It's part of the job. I was basically editing 2/3 of the day. So I was editing all day at work for work stuff, and then I was editing all day at home for my personal stuff. And that was a lot. And that would be Monday through Friday, because honestly, some of these videos took between like 40 hours, I swear to God, to pump out. I'll be honest, I could probably average out, depending on the complexity of the video, like these Grand Theft Auto ones started to go a lot faster because they're so linear and so cinematic. There's a lot of stuff happening and we just sort of want to see it all, so just go through it. I got that down pretty close to like 10, 12 hours, but there was some stuff I edited, my God. Easily the longest edit I had to do was for Avenger Kart 64, which was like just me and my buddies doing a little go-karting for my birthday. Because not only was it a lot of like linear editing, but it was a lot of compositing and like special effects. I created the UI from Super Mario 64, and I gave us all little avatars, and I added like a timer and splash screens, and the dude that tells you what round it is flies in, and there's even an item block that you drive through, smash, and explodes in 3D, and then it does like the roulette item thing. I get a banana and I throw it, like there was explosions, there were sound effects. It took forever. That one was way more than 40 hours. I know it took me months, but I don't think it took me a year. I'm gonna say maybe 11 months to release. That's probably my second favorite video. I like to show that one to people because anyone who's played Mario Kart is like, this is awesome. So that was my week. Saturday and Sunday, I've been neglecting my girlfriend, I've been neglecting my friends, I've been neglecting my family, and when you are 20-something years old, you're usually a pretty social person. So you like go out and you do things, like you have a life outside of work. That's pretty regularly what happened during the weekend. It was like my time off, like, oh God, I just worked like almost 2 jobs during the week. Obviously one is unpaid because YouTube. Like if my fiance's like, hey, like let's hang out or let's go on a date, or hey, this person wants to like go grab dinner, I'm not gonna say no. YouTube comes first. Like I was like, I can edit later. And there's a couple times like I'd be done with my editing by Wednesday, and we'd go and do stuff. It's great. Or I'm like, okay, I'm done editing Wednesday. I'm gonna pick back up Wednesday and edit for next week. I was gonna get ahead. I had a queue of videos for a while where I could just edit like crazy, and then schedule them for release, and they would publish. But the moral of the story was, in order for me to create this new content that I was really enjoying and that the audience seemed to be enjoying, I needed to play games. But the other thing was, I spent like 80 hours a week editing. I really didn't get any time to game, which sucked. We're trying to create content that needs you to game. That's problematic. And I'm not saying that I'm short on footage. In fact, I have a sea of footage I should probably show you guys. All right, game captures. So this is a bunch of the games I've got recorded. Let's look exclusively at GTA. All right, I've got 2 real categories for Grand Theft Auto. I've got this main folder, the root folder of GTA, which currently contains 82 items, which means there are 82 published videos in GTA on my channel. Then I've got this guy right here. It's called Unedited. There are 45 videos just in here for Grand Theft Auto. If each one of these made one video, that means I would be set for almost an entire year, which is more than enough content. Assuming I did 1 video per week. Okay, that's 1 game. I've got stuff in Call of Duty, my God. All of the Easter eggs I've done. Castle Storms with friends, Mario Party. I've got a ton of stuff. I'm constantly recording more. I was nowhere near short on footage. In fact, this is why I actually hired multiple editors. I had all this footage, and I'm like, okay, I can only edit so fast. It'd be nice to build this queue of scheduled videos to be released automatically during the tail end of my week while I could just keep editing like a madman. So I've hired 3 editors so far. Tai Super Positive and Brian Dickey. Tai was awesome. He edited a bunch of videos for me, and honestly, those were crowd favorites because he did some really clever stuff. No!
Was that you all the way up there, Gorey?
Yes. I was so high up that I was able to respawn my vehicle before I even hit the ground.
How high were you?
I was maybe 3 or 4 from the checkpoint.
Oh. How high were you, Sean? How high were you, Sean?
Super Positive I hired, but I don't think we edited a full thing together. I think things fell through, so that was short-lived. And then Brian Dickey. Brian Dickey is my most recent editor. He's put together a bunch of videos with me, really helped the scheduling thing, because I was burning through videos while he was burning through videos, so I had quite a queue going. He actually did some pretty clever stuff too. He included a swear jar in one video, and he picked a good one for that because, dear Lord, my friends and I were pretty potty mouthed during that little session there.
Mark, I f***ing hate you. I made it all the way to the top, and Mark f***ing
I dropped a grenade and killed you after you stabbed me.
Well, because you were f***ing throwing tear gas at me.
No!
Son of a
So, I'm editing my butt off during the week, having no free time, not getting to play stuff. I'm paying money for my Xbox Live subscription that's just sitting there. I've got these consoles that are just sitting there. These games are just sitting there. I have no free time. I'm paying money for these editors to edit these videos. It's not much. I was offering the editors a flat rate, like per video that they edited, and half of my ad revenue that these videos were creating. The thing about the ad revenue, obviously, because my channel is super small, was that ad revenue was peanuts. And I was splitting it with them 50-50, so they're getting half of a peanut. Speaking of ad revenue, I want to be super transparent with you guys because I know people are going to think this is about money. So I'm going to do what not a lot of YouTubers I think would do, and I'm going to literally show you right now my channel's lifetime income. You can go to socialblade.com and look up different YouTubers, and I'll give you like an estimate just for fun. Let's try that. Hey, look at this kid. Cool. So it here says estimated monthly earning 90 cents to about $14 per month. This part sounds generous. So let's go to the yearly. $11 to $173. I haven't made in the triple digits ever. So for them to tell me I've been making that per year, that's way off. Sorry, Social Blade. Let me show you right now what our lifetime earnings are. Okay, great. The biggest thing you want to take note of here is my estimated revenue. And this is again lifetime. $69.32. The way YouTube's AdSense and ad revenue and all that stuff works is they don't send you a check until you've made $100. So my channel was created October 8th, 2013. And over the last half decade, I haven't made a cent on YouTube. Yep, I was paying editors based on the ad revenue. That was an estimate for money I've never even had in my pocket. So, by the way, that spike right there, I can't even hover on. Somebody donated $25 while I was streaming to YouTube. I can't claim that $25 until I've made 100. So, freaking, that's cool. That spike right there is definitely when Taylor Swift launched. Yes, I enabled ads on my videos because I'm like, cool, if I can make money, I'd like to. Why not? But I wasn't like, I have to do these things for money. Like, this is a business. No, like, I was trying to do what I was enjoying. I was trying to do what I thought you guys would enjoy. And I feel like for the most part, I did. While we're talking about money, I'm going to go to Twitch right now and also show you guys what the revenue and all that stuff is there. Here are the channel analytics for my Twitch channel. So you can see I've made a couple bucks, but again, Twitch doesn't pay out until you've made like $100. And even then, I believe you have to be an affiliate, which I just became April, which is awesome. I'm like super pumped. So both YouTube and Twitch, I've made nothing on. I've spent obviously a lot of money trying to, like, you know, make things better. I'm talking microphones, I'm talking lighting, I'm talking capture cards, green screens, microphone arms, light tripods, monitors, my CPU I built, my god. But the same thing, those things also transferred to Twitch, so they're both big investments. This was never about the money. I did YouTube because it was fun for my buddies and I to be stupid on the internet. And that brings me into why I started doing Twitch. So when I was going to school for game art design, there was this event that was announced by one of my professors called Extra Life. Now, Extra Life is a 24-hour gaming marathon. Sign me up right there. It's a 24-hour gaming marathon that benefits sick and injured kids in Children's Miracle Network hospitals. The idea is you play for 24 hours and you tell people you're going to do this. Like, I'm doing this marathon for sick kids. Will you sponsor me? We're raising donations. It's a fundraiser. So people would be like, oh my gosh, that sounds like a great cause. How can I help? I'm playing for 24 hours. Most people are donating like $1 per hour. And you could donate $1 and it would raise funds for these sick kids. And it was awesome. The first year I played, I made it the whole 24 hours. It was exhausting. It was just me in my apartment by myself. My girlfriend came and left. I was just sitting by myself. I told people I'd do it. And again, like a personal accountability thing. And I did it. I raised a bunch of money for some sick kids. And it felt really good to do that. The fact I was able to help these kids is great. The fact I was able to do it sitting on my butt playing video games for 24 hours is even better. The gamer in me absolutely loved it. Well, since then, every year I had been participating. I think my first one was in 2010, and I've done it every year since then. In 2012, I saw that a lot of people were going to be broadcasting themselves playing. That sounds cool. Could you imagine being someone who donated, like, hey, I'm going to help this kid do this thing for 24 hours. I have no idea if he did it or not, but I gave him money. That's not cool, you know? So I hooked up a terrible webcam over my shoulder to like look at the gameplay footage. And so it looked like a potato. It was terrible. I was broadcasting on some website. I don't even remember. I think it was called like stream.me. It sucked. I might have had 3 viewers the entire time. And I think one of them is always yourself. That's fine. Like, I was broadcasting because I wanted to like give back to the people who donated, and heaven forbid someone stumbled upon it and donated and helped the kids out, which is cool. So probably around 2015, again, I signed up for Extra Life, and on the Extra Life site, there was this thing called Twitch, and by now I've seen a lot of it. And Twitch is pretty popular at this point, and I'm like, I should broadcast. Like, I'm smart enough to do this better now. I got a capture card so I can run my Xbox through my computer and broadcast. So I created a Twitch account, and the event was like close to Halloween, like late October, maybe like early November. Before like the official game day, I wanted to like make sure I was ready. There's all kinds of like user interface, like UI stuff that Extra Life gives you as part of like a broadcast kit with like links to like donation stuff and mentions Children's Miracle Network hospitals and helping kids playing games. Like, it mentioned the event. That way, like, if you're popping on Twitch, I'm like, boy, I'm seeing a lot of people with this UI going on here. It's all for the kids. Does that make sense? Either way, so before the game day started, I had a lot of tinkering to do because I've never streamed through capture card. Like, there's all new software I picked up. I got like a legit webcam at like 1080p. I had to be like hands-on on the computer at the time. While I'm like making adjustments to like the settings and like the bit rate and the output size and the frame rate and the dimensions and the audio levels and the delays, and it was a nightmare getting into, honestly, and every stream was a little different. So while I'm on the computer, I had my fiance Caitlin playing. So she was playing some Skyrim and she was having fun. I'm working. It was a work in progress. So what happens, like, we'd stream, I go and watch the stream later, see what I could fix. Like, okay, well, like the gameplay audio was like super loud. Let me bring that down. There was delays I needed to compensate for because it was processing through a capture card. Like, okay, now her mouth is moving and the audio comes later. I need to sync things up correctly. It was a process. And then I got the UI elements introduced and all these things. I got like chat up and I got notifications. It was, every stream was different, and to this day I'm still trying to implement new things and test things out. Everything's nice and set up as I like it. Great. Game day comes, lots of people tune in, we get lots of donations, and I have fun. It was a blast streaming. It was like a party. I've got my buddies talking to me on like my Xbox chat, a chat rooting me on, talking to me about the game, about like the event. People came and went. People that would come in towards the beginning like, hey, I'm going to work. They'd go to work and then come back and I'm still streaming. They're like, what are you doing? And then we'd spend like the next couple hours together. It was awesome. So the event came and went. I'm like, well, I've got this like set up. I should do this more. And I did. And what was cool was I would stream and play on the weekends and I'd record. So that gave me content to edit during the week. So Twitch was feeding YouTube for a while, which was kind of cool. So that went well for a while. Then YouTube started doing that really weird thing that they did where they just started to, pardon my French, but on the content creators. There's a laundry list of things they've been doing that just absolutely like cripples the little guys and like rewards their top dogs. And I get it. YouTube is a business. Advertisers pay them a boatload of money. YouTube has all this sea of content. They take the ads, they sprinkle it on the content. So the advertisers are happy because their ads are being seen. The content creators are happy because YouTube is paying for part of the ad revenue, and YouTube just rakes all the benefits. There was that whole adpocalypse thing. There was that whole Logan Paul thing where he found a dead body in the suicide forest, and that should have gotten him like permabanned like instantly from YouTube, because not only is that like immoral as hell, but that's directly against YouTube's guidelines, and they didn't do it. He kind of got like a slap on the wrist because he's one of their big money makers. YouTube's a business and it sucks. He did an apology video which had ads on it. He made money for saying sorry. Oh God, so dumb. YouTube has just done a lot of like generally unfair things. They introduced this system called YouTube Heroes, which I don't know if is still around. I apologize if some of this information isn't true. From what I understood, YouTube would reward YouTubers for like going and like reporting videos and stuff, which is great if those videos are doing bad things. But the way YouTube did the reporting for a while was you could just report like crazy. You're reported and you're reported like Oprah. Everybody gets reported. You could be reported for almost nothing, and they'd have to wait until your video was reviewed. Well, that took forever. Like the appeal process was totally unfair towards the content creators or the people who were being reported against. I want to say that for a while it was you get 3 strikes and your channel was just cut down. It was just shut off, it was cut. For the strikes to come off, it takes a long time because it has to be like repealed and like looked at by a person. They just wouldn't put people on these things. They'd like let their algorithm take care of it. YouTube feels like every month there's something wrong with it. They would do updates that would just break things like the algorithm. People were being unsubscribed from channels they subscribed to. They were recommending channels that you have no interest in. They did that whole blanket demonetization thing for everybody. Speaking of that blanket demonetization thing, I want to show you guys something. Here's my channel. I'm partner verified. That means I've produced a bunch of content, got a bunch of subscribers. Great. Copyright status. I don't have copyright stuff anymore. Great. Community guideline status. I'm not posting violent or graphic stuff. Mine has a Grand Theft Auto. All these things are green. Monetization. That's strange. Not enabled. Okay, well, let's enable it. Oh, I don't qualify. I've been able to earn revenue on my YouTube channel more or less since I hit like the threshold to become partner or whatever. I don't know what that is anymore because everything changes. They took it away when they blanketed everybody, and that's fair. I'm a small YouTuber. I've never made any money on it. Like I've got 2.5 thousand subscribers, but I don't have the hours watched. I need 4,000 hours. I'm at 2.7. So when this happened, on one hand I was pissed, right? I was like, how dare they? How am I supposed to get to like that $100 threshold and get anything if they just took away my ability to make money? On the other hand, it's also like they're taking away something I never really had. So I don't know how upset I could really be. I don't know. It's strange. That happened. So any of you guys out there who've been demonetized with that whole blanket sweep, I understand. Part of this whole demonetization thing was that YouTube also decided that your content needed to be advertiser friendly for you to earn ad revenue off of it, which makes sense because an advertiser can't put an ad on your video if it's really, really morbid and they don't want like their name associated with it. So that makes sense. That also means like, all right, well, depending on your content, you're out. Like if you cover like tragedies, the news related stuff or hot topics, things that are happening in the world, demonetized, which is really hypocritical of them because their advertisers were putting ads on like school shootings and stuff. Well, we interrupted school shooting for a message from our sponsor. Drink Coke. Stay classy, guys. The censoring for the audience makes sense. You might notice that I started censoring my videos, and I'm cool with that. It's just the fact that they're hypocritical about it and they can't hold themselves to their own standard that really gets my goat. Another thing that YouTube introduced to make everything ad-friendly was that your videos had to be 10 minutes long. Well, if you've got a short or a commercial you made or a skit, 10 minutes is a long time. You're lucky if you can keep people's attention for more than 3 minutes. Which is ironic that I'm saying that considering this video is probably like 30 minutes long. The other funny thing about that whole ad situation with the duration of video was YouTube would run 30-second or even like full 10-minute unskippable ads. Unskippable, you couldn't get out of it. Unskippable on videos that might only be like 3 minutes long or 30 seconds long. Like you watch 10-minute video for 30 seconds, like are you kidding? There's just so many other really shady stuff that YouTube does. It pisses me off. Speaking of ads, here's a cute one. This is an ad right here. It's called "Watch this video right now. You have to watch this video if you want to get V-Bucks. 5,800,000 V-Bucks. Free V-Bucks. Click this ad." This is a scam. A V-Buck is in-game currency for the huge game Fortnite, the biggest game on the internet right now. There is no such thing as free V-Bucks. One of the loading screen things that Epic has up says that if you see an ad or anything that is displaying or advertising free V-Bucks, don't click it, report it, don't do it, because they're all scams. The biggest YouTube and Fortnite demographic are like 13 and below. This is an ad. This is an approved advertisement on YouTube's platform. Bruh. Here's another one. If you guys go to reddit.com/r/YouTube, you will see a endless sea of people posting just the absolute nonsense that YouTube gets away with, and I don't even. This is an advertisement on YouTube, currently showing up at the front page for me, that's promising kids that they can play Fortnite on their phones if they just install a few other apps to unlock it. Why is a video designed to scam children allowed to be advertised on YouTube? That is a wonderful question. Here is another one. How I got 99,000 V-Bucks. Free Fortnite V-Bucks. Another ad. Again, targeted at children. This happens to be Fortnite again. Another one. This isn't even one like in your feed. This is one that plays over a video. 2,800 V-Bucks for free. Just check it out. Just do it, kid. I know you're watching some guy play Fortnite. You could click here and make monies and play Fortnite yourself. And it's sick. Channels like this are a thing with 48,000 subscribers. I'm gonna let you read some of the titles on these and kind of figure out what's going on here from the thumbnails. There are channels that do just show straight up pornography. There are channels that have straight up pornographic thumbnails. There's channels like this rank crap, which is showing some pretty lewd stuff too. Kissing, strippers, hookers, sex. Channels like this one. This is a new thing too. Since YouTube has introduced its ability to stream things live, channels like this pop up. Cartoon TV. That's generic enough to be not Cartoon Network. Streams multiple channels of multiple shows 24/7. So clearly this isn't their intellectual property. I really doubt that Fox gave this channel permission to stream Family Guy 24/7 or American Dad. Cartoon Network and Warner Brothers and Hanna-Barbera did not give permission. There's no way. I'm trying to breathe here, you guys. So that was just some of the drama of YouTube that has really driven me away. So that was one of the major elements. The other major element I touched on a little bit was the time. I was spending all this time creating these videos on this platform that's broken as hell, and it was taking away from me doing what I love. The input and the output don't make sense. There is something else that I wanted to talk about too with YouTube, and this will transition into why I've been loving Twitch. And it's not YouTube as a whole, it's just the community that is my followers. So I guess if you're watching this video, this includes you. I'm talking about like the lack of interaction. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So here's a bunch of the videos I put out recently. 21 views, 38 views, 36 views, 42, 34, 27. Those aren't bad numbers. If any of my videos got more than like 4 views, I'm happy. Look at the comments. So that's kind of what I'm talking about. I'm slaving over these videos. I put them up, they get a couple views and nothing. Like, there's like no interaction. I'm just shouting to the void. I work really hard in these videos. Like, there's sound effects and visual effects. There's background music. There's editing effects. I've been cutting myself down like these cinematic, really cool stuff. I get nothing. It sucks. It really sucks. I'm not having fun doing this anymore. The platform doesn't care. Like, why am I doing this? So on the flip side of this whole interaction thing, I want to talk about Twitch. Twitch has been amazing. Like before with YouTube, where I dedicated, I'm going to edit all week and I'll release one video a week. I'm going to dedicate myself to that. As this transition has been happening, I'm like, do you know what? 2018, I'm going to commit to streaming, not just when I have time, because I'll never have time, but I'm going to commit one day every week to streaming. That'll give me some content to produce. I get to hang out and play games with my friends for once. I get to play for me. So I did that. 2018, I'm like, Twitch Tuesday, that's be my day. So before I went from killing myself, not doing what I love, to not having to kill myself because I'm not editing, I'm just playing, and it's just straight content for the viewers. So from a content creator, someone who's broadcasting, it's great because boom, it's all out there. For a viewer, you guys get to consume as much of it as you want, which is wonderful. You don't have to wait like, when's the next video? Not that anyone was doing that. My Twitch viewers, man, I love them to death. People are chatting, people are requesting music, people are making jokes, people are talking to me outside of the stream. My viewers will watch me beat my head against the wall over and over again, trying to beat a stupid level on a stupid game. There's so much interaction, there is so much community, and it's just started, you guys. I've been doing YouTube since 2009, technically. 2013 was when I started the Gorey Details channel officially with that name, but I've only really been dedicated to Twitch this year. We're talking a couple months, and it's been night and day. Twitch isn't perfect. Twitch has issues like YouTube does. I definitely feel like they have a better feel of the pulse of the community. I feel like things are more concrete. I think things are more fair. I've seen some of the coolest stuff on Twitch. People gifting other people subscriptions, people donating ridiculous amounts of cash. It all roots back to the whole concept of me streaming for Extra Life, me playing games, which I love. If I had to summarize it really, the reason I'm sort of leaving YouTube because of the free time, the drama, and then just the interactions, honestly, that is it. The reason I'm saying sort of is because I'm not like shutting down my channel, I'm not deleting all my videos. I'll still be here, but I'm not dedicating myself to pumping out a video a week. That is too much. I will still be posting like my 1 second a day videos, which is an awesome film project I started. I will be posting like stuff I want like my family members to see, like skits where I turn into my nephew. If I decide to do some more like collab projects or some more artistic stuff, like I will still be putting content up. If I do another gaming video, another gaming series, like I want stuff to be watched on YouTube, but it's just gonna be a place I visit. Does that make sense? I'll still be here. I still check my comments every day. I'll still be uploading stuff, still scheduling posts, but it's not going to be my focus. If you guys are looking for where I've been, hop over to Twitch, you guys. I'd love to have you. Oh, God. That was the end of a ridiculously long rant. I'm sad because I was really enjoying YouTube, but I'm enjoying Twitch infinitely more, if you couldn't tell from swag. If you sat through this entire video, you are the real MVP. I appreciate all the support I've gotten to this point, you guys. I'm not trying to bash my YouTube subscribers or followers. Like, you guys are awesome. The reason I even continued YouTube as long as I did was because I was getting support from you guys. There was interaction, like face-to-face. People would comment on things on Facebook. I hope a lot of this makes sense to you guys. I hope a lot of it gives you some insight to sort of like behind the scenes, behind the curtain, like what's going on back here in the Gorey Details. If you guys have any questions, honestly, I'd love to answer them. Post them in the comments below. Ask them to me, Facebook, Twitter, wherever. That's really it. My name's Sean Gorey. You just got all the Gorey Details. That's gonna be it for me. See you guys all next time.